23 Ways to Achieve Longevity and Feel Younger. Find out what can each of us do to become healthier, feel younger, cheer up, and fight the signs of aging to prolong active full life. The world's leading experts who study the problems of anti-aging and longevity have prepared some useful tips: how to stay young and live longer. What can each of us become healthier, feel younger, elevate mood, and ultimately prolong active full life? The world's leading experts in anti-aging, scientists gerontologists who study the genetics of aging and longevity have prepared 23 tips, how to start a new life to prolong youth. 1. Let's start with food. Scientists remind. Numerous studies show that food and diet are one of the main methods available to adjust the speed of aging and longevity. The first step will have to reduce their diet by 25% by reducing eaten portions. This method of dealing with aging called caloric restriction. However, less does not mean worse. It is important to monitor the balance of nutrients in order to obtain the necessary amount of essential amino acids and fatty acids, vitamins, and minerals. Fortunately, this can be achieved by eating enough available and cheaper products, including grown in their own garden if you have one. 2. Avoid products containing trans fats, with the addition of an excess of fructose and salt. Unfortunately, sometimes the labeling regulations in some countries do not require a right to specify trans fats in products, so experts advise focusing on names such as hydrogenated fats, margarine, cooking oil. Often, trans fats are found in various spreads and the butter for sandwiches. 3. Avoid fried foods. Use other similar cooking methods, many of them, such as baking, stewing, aerogrill, double boiler, and others. 4. Avoid sugary drinks and juices, fast food, and restaurant food. 5. Every day eats at least 500 grams of vegetables, excluding potatoes, leafy greens, parsley salad. For dessert, the best fit is not very sweet fruits. They contain biologically active substances, vitamins, minerals, and dietary fiber. The latter is the guarantee of good digestion and the health of the intestinal microflora. At the same time, beware of excess fructose since it provokes metabolic syndrome. 6. 3 times a week try to eat fatty fish, nuts, seeds, pumpkin, sesame, and linen, olive and flaxseed oil, mushrooms, dark chocolate, seafood. Garnish with a high glycemic index, white rice, mashed potatoes, or fried potatoes, to replace the more useful buckwheat, made of durum wheat, whole grain cereals, and legumes. 7. Try to eat most foods that contain vitamins: B6, beans, walnut, buckthorn, beef liver, B12, cod, carp, perch, beef, K, spinach, broccoli, cauliflower, cucumbers, D3, fish oil, cod liver oil, egg yolk, folic acid, broccoli, spinach, citrus fruits, omega-3, herring, mackerel, flaxseed oil, walnuts, calcium, cheese, dairy products, magnesium, pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, buckwheat, oatmeal, walnuts, zinc, buckwheat, beans, peas, pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, peanuts, selenium, Brazil nuts, garlic, mushrooms, corn, iodine, seaweed, cod liver oil, pollock, perch. It is these substances that have the best anti-aging effect as shown by studies. 8. If there are difficulties with the use of such products, contraindications, difficulties with the purchase, etc., experts admit the use of multivitamin supplements. However, the attitude to vitamins from pharmacies in the majority of experts in anti-aging is very cautious. Such vitamin supplements are recommended as a last resort, only if you cannot get your vitamins from food. It should be remembered that an excess of vitamins and minerals are not less harmful than the lack of them, emphasize the scientists. Food, even rich in vitamins, is unlikely to create an excess of vitamins and minerals in the body, but with dietary supplements, that is, in fact, a concentrate of vitamins, the risk of getting an excess of vitamins is much higher. Ideally, it is desirable to periodically carry out research to find out what vitamins are digested in the body, and in addition, it is necessary to do an analysis to determine the level of essential micronutrients in the blood plasma, the researchers note. 9. Periodically check your weight, blood sugar, triglycerides, and cholesterol in the blood. 10. Periodically drink green or black tea, or up to 3 cups of black coffee a day, in the absence of contraindications, reduces total mortality and prevents the disease of certain cancers. 11. Periodically arrange the fasting days. Scientists from the University of Southern California in Los Angeles recommended 5 times a month to reduce the calorie daily intake by 50%. This will reduce the likelihood of problems with metabolism. 12. The most important regulator of the rate of aging and life expectancy is a night's sleep. Try to maintain the constancy of circadian rhythms, researchers recommend. Most useful to go to bed before 12 o'clock at night, when the maximum peak production of melatonin, sleep hormone, under the condition of complete darkness. Most studies have shown that the ideal is to sleep for at least 7.5 hours per day. It is desirable to have an orthopedic pillow. Thus a better sleep on the side rather than the back. Since almost all of us live under strong light pollution, street lights, lights in the windows of neighbors, illuminated advertising, should close the windows with thick curtains at night to sleep in the dark, emphasize academics. Try not to sit at the TV, the computer, do not use tablets and mobile phones at least 30 minutes before bedtime. Artificial light from the screen gadget delays the onset of melatonin production. Turn off electrical appliances at night in the bedroom, so the light diode lamps do not distract you. 13. Another whale of longevity, the movement and exercise, which really help feel younger. Give yourself moderate cardio and regular weight training, walk more. Aim for about 10,000 steps a day, advise scientists. This will avoid problems with venous outflow in the legs, maintain a healthy weight, to increase the sensitivity of muscle cells to insulin. Increased this sensitivity is the most important means of preventing diabetes, obesity, and other disorders. For those who have a chronic illness, be sure to consult with your doctor about the intensity of the load. 14. Give yourself a regular mental workload. Communicate with your friends. Follow the daily news. Solve complex mental tasks. Play crossword puzzles. Learn foreign languages and new threads. This will slow down the deterioration of cognitive, mental function. 15. Try to look good. It gives confidence, a feeling that you do as old as you look. Studies have shown that such feeling stimulates the neuroendocrine regulation of the processes of life and slows down aging. 16. Maximum to avoid colds and other infections, dysbacteriosis, avoid sources of allergies. Do not run such diseases. Timely treat colds and avoid complications. You should regularly to vaccinated. Important. The less your body is experiencing a painful inflammation, the slower the aging process. 17. Regularly travel. Picnics in nature. Go on excursions to other cities, walks in the open air. Avoid depressive thoughts and irritability. Learn to manage your stress. Prolonged or severe stress accelerates aging. 18. Moderate and short-term stress, on the contrary, have a stimulating effect. Awaken the body's own defenses. According to this principle works thermal tempering, strengthening your body from the inside. A similar effect on the body has a strict diet, intense physical exercise, and meditation. The positive effect of moderate stress you will experience only if you give your body enough time to recover between exposures. 19. Observe the balance of time spent in the sun. On the one hand, exposure to the sun contributes to the development of the necessary active form of vitamin D3. On the other, an excess of the sun causes photoaging of the skin, and the person begins to look older than his years. In sunny weather, wear a hat and sunglasses. Discard the solarium. 20. Finally, find the strength to give up bad habits. Quitting smoking is capable of adding about 9 years of life, the rejection of alcohol abuse 8 years. 21. Watch out for symptoms of age-related disease occurrence, cardiovascular, diabetes, osteoporosis, different types of cancer, and others. Undergo periodic medical examinations and get advice from a specialist. Do not neglect the clinical examination. 22. Do not use steroids unless absolutely necessary. Consult about the medication with your doctor. 23. Try to control at least the most accessible biomarkers of aging. During the regular medical examinations should be the state of the wall of the carotid artery, stiffness of blood vessel walls, homocysteine levels, and glycated hemoglobin in the blood, regulating the metabolism of hormones, IGF-1, leptin, and cortisol. Deviations of these indicators show accelerated aging. If you follow these recommendations, you are surprised to notice how will improve your health and well-being. You will feel younger. Article search, according to the scientists who examine the methods of anti-aging.